Well, now this is more like it. Techland have saved the best for last with the winter event part 2, and I'm pleased to tell you that this one has gone fully festive and they've brought back the Christmas zombie elves. And we finally get a proper look at the Winter Volatile they've been teasing this past couple of weeks, and in this video I'm going to be coming face to face with those bad boys and I'll be giving you a rundown of all the bounties and the rewards. So we've already had weeks 1 and 2 of the winter event already, and honestly I thought that was going to be it for this year. But thankfully they've dropped a winter event part 2 with the tagline "New Threats Coming." The info card in the main menu has all the event details and a little backstory about an evil scientist who's created the new iced volatiles. And it seems that this event has been split into 2 phases again. Phase 1 is going to last until the 5th of January and Phase 2 starts on December the 30th. That will also run until the 5th of January, and of course I'm going to make a video about Phase 2 when it goes live, but for now we're just going to focus on Phase 1. Okay, before we look at the bounties, let's celebrate the return of the Christmas elf zombies. Now you're not going to find these guys just standing around with the regular zombies, as they are effectively the virals during this event, so all you have to do is make some noise and they'll come running to you. Apart from looking festive, every zombie elf has a different candy on them to do, which is basically just random boosters like resistance boosters, speed boosts, etc. It's potluck which one you'll find, and they're just a bit of fun really. So the bounties can be found in your quest menu as always, and the community bounty for this event is called Christmas Help. The task is to find and help survivors throughout Haran, and I have to say the reward for this one is a kind of 3-in-1 really. If the target of 500,000 survivors helped is met, then we'll each get 3 king mods, Grandma's eggnog blueprint and a spectral baseball bat shortly after the event ends on the 5th of January. Now take it from me, that's a pretty generous reward when compared to previous events. Okay, so which survivors are we talking about here then? Well, it turns out that the protect missions don't seem to count, despite there literally being the prompt help survivor in front of this one, and I went and did the whole thing for nothing. What we actually need to be looking for is these blue alerts on the map that take us to trapped survivors, and all you need to do is clear the zombies, and then that counts as 1 survivor helped for the bounty. It's that simple really. But as I said, you won't see the rewards for taking part in this one until the event is over. Next then is the big one, and that's the Volatile Hunt. The brief is that it's difficult to detect them, but when you do find one, they are vulnerable to fire. The reward for this one is the Ragnarok from the Viking Raiders of Haran bundle, which you'll receive as soon as you've managed to find and kill 5 iced volatiles. So with their vulnerability to fire in mind, I armed myself with a pretty decent weapon that had a fire effect and set out to find some. Now they really weren't easy to find, it has to be said, but it turns out that a good spot they spawn at is by the safe house near the bolter feeding ground. You just have to start some mayhem here, and sooner or later one of them will come running around the corner. Now they don't seem to behave the same as regular volatiles in that they don't leap at you and they just kind of swipe at you really. So they're not that hard to kill or avoid really, I found, especially with this weapon because it pretty much just killed them in 2 swipes. Another advantage with this spot is the UV lights that prevents the alphas and the regular volatiles from getting any closer to you because they just cower from the light and make it much easier to kill them. Also, if you run out of night time, then you can just hop over the gate into the safe house and sleep back to night again. So it's the perfect spot really. When you loot the iced volatiles, aside from some cash, they always seem to have some weapon mods on them too, so it's well worth searching them and killing more than you 5 you need really, if you wanted some more weapon mods. Once the bounty is complete, then the Ragnarok goes straight into your inventory unless it's full, and in that case it will go straight into your stash bag. It's a great looking 2-handed weapon, but of course, being a giveaway, it's not particularly strong. I guess though that if you like the look of it, then they may want you to go and check out the rest of the bundle. Right, that's about it really for phase 1 at least, and as I said at the beginning, I will be covering the next phase on December the 30th, but for now, have a very Merry Christmas and I'll see you then. Cheers!